What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It only seems fitting that we discuss FIFA 22 expected starter players. Looking at that overpowered goodness, that premium material. I always feel as if I'm an expert in this subject matter. I have 10 names and I could really make a part 2, maybe even a part 3. Comment below players that you believe are going to be overpowered, are going to be accessible, are going to be game changing, going to be relevant at least early on. If you want people to see the video, you already know what to do. Like it, subscribe it, blow it up, run it up. We work hard and I am ready to grind. Criteria? Simple. Overpowered track record. I take that into consideration. Have these players been able to have output, input, conversations, impact on the virtual pitch, potential improvements based on the year that's been had? I'm looking at everything from a base, where they started out, links, chemistry, and then of course these are going to be lower rated players. There's going to be accessibility. I repeat, get in the comment section if you want to be featured in part 2. There's so many different names, different leagues. We got variety, we got depth. Fadi, 76 overall, and he was impactful. It's hard for me to believe he's not going to achieve the meta. We're looking at most effective tactics available just between the pace, skill moves, links, nationality, club, league. It's all there. I call Fadi the butcher, the way he's slicing and dicing. Lateral movement. This man has the samurai sword, fruit, ninja, cooking the meats. He's not a vegan or vegetarian. Even at a 76, he had proof of value, and I believe in an upgrade, at least a slight upgrade. I'm projecting, I'm manifesting. Muriel, wow. One of the most lethal players on the actual pitch. Minutes played, output, consistency. And I was contemplating, I was reflecting. In the last decade, Muriel has been an absolute goon, a pleasure or a displeasure to defend against in FIFA. Is he a legend at this point? A FIFA legend, a community legend? When you get 10 years in the game of being overpowered, and granted, some years are better than others, just depending on what works, what doesn't work, where EA is feeling as if they should allocate stats. I'm calling him the Benjamin Muriel, or the Muriel Button. Age is just a number. The Peter Pan of the FIFA community. Please, Jose, if you're editing, tell me that you know who Peter Pan is. Well, and of course, you're editing. Did the kids grow up on that? Do they still grow up on that? Stop watching TikTok, watch more Peter Pan. He's got some wrinkles, but he has the right IG filters. Fine wine, greater than box wine. Please don't have box wine. Not a good look. Sissoko, simply an anomaly player. I don't even think we're going to see a rating change or statistical allocation drastically move one way or the other. But if you read off the stats, we could go through them. They're never that impressive, and he is always going to make a difference. He's disobedient. He's a troublemaker, especially in those early years. He sets the precedent. This is what it's going to be. He's a common Pokemon with rare Pokemon capabilities. Alphonso Davies, the original Canadian dream, or at least the new modern era of that same dream. Conversation starter, Bayern Munich. Last year he had a 96 base. It's not a surprise. I don't think he's going to be very cheap. I believe we'll see a slight improvement, but I still felt the need to include him as an overpowered player and arguably the most overpowered fullback that you will have access to. He will be packable, and he comes with the elusive 4-4, at least for defenders. Not the most common, and it gives you benefits. Heavy bennies, versatility, dynamic, prolific, wingback, chaseback. And I always look at players early on. Do they have enough utility to play multiple positions just in case you need them to do so? Davies will fit into that box, or break the box, outside of the box. Box talk. The Saint Maximin, one of my favorite players, and nearly impossible to not be extremely impactful, maybe even for months. He's one of those players that it's not just the initial launch, but with the 5-star skills, Premier League, French, similar to Davies, probably not going to be cheap, but will be accessible. I think you'd get a slight upgrade, maybe an 81. He's a virtual designer. The man's sponsored by Gucci, or he sponsors Gucci. He also ruins weekends, and he's a blessing offensively, or a sinner, perhaps a demon. You might curse the Saint, ironically. I might be pushing an unfair agenda. He breaks the bread. He has the disciples. Let me know if this is getting too biblical. I'm not sure if I'm pushing lines, but it's not my aim or my goal. We're not talking about testaments. And Babu, after FIFA 21, I'm just convinced he's going to be sitting at the table. That he's going to get the appetizer, the dinner, the dessert. He's showing up for breakfast, for brunch, for lunch, for dinner. And with an early rendition, I'm also anticipating that he'll be used as a center back, or at least attempted to be a center back. He'll get that bigger body type, or holding mid. So not just going to be that fullback. And links in general, he's in the Bundesliga, but Switzerland's not nearly as popular. It should keep his price at a reduction, and we know his rating's not going to be high. I don't even think his rating's going to get better. I wouldn't be surprised if they even dropped him down one, but he's still in the right list. Starter, overpowered, affordable, a familiar face. Renato Sanchez. Wow, he's a Portuguese necessity. If we're looking Ligue 1, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar. Then we're getting into that Portuguese collective. If you somehow can get Cristiano Ronaldo, you start building into the Paul Pogbas or the Sanchos of the world. You're doing some sort of united hybrid. Fred maybe should be in this video. But Renato Sanchez is the connector, the networker, the Wi-Fi password protector and provider, the crowd pleaser, the entertainer, Mr. Liaison. I'm just going to leave that off, or leave this off here. Isak. I might be taking a chance. Maybe I'm a little hope, but I enjoyed his foot item significantly. In abundance in FIFA 21. I believe he'll get a slight upgrade. He's 6'4" and he's unique. He's unorthodox. If you remember Talisca early on in FIFA 21, he had that upgrade or that promo. I kind of feel that Isak is going to find himself in a similar compare and contrast. He's got the quickness. He's 6'4". His strength is decent. He's got a 5-star weak foot. I'm assuming his skill moves are still going to be up there, that he's not losing these aspects to his game. It's a big assumption. But when you've got certain levels of uniqueness, it does make you more valuable. And even though he's in a great league, doesn't necessarily have the most ideal links, which keeps the price down. You go under the radar. You just keep it moving. You do your job. You're a professional. Chiesa. How could he not be here? Who's had a better summer? EA has to make some sort of improvements here. And I've got him on a significant bump. Serious chest pumping, chant invoking, upgrade, a +3. Serious business. Big club, performed internationally, champions of the Euros. I saw a tweet go out by a good friend of mine, Marco Messina, IFTV, saying, has there been a better time to be an Italian American? I don't know if there has been. I saw the retweets and the replies and the favorites coming in. Gonna have the skill moves, gonna have the weak foot. I actually could work with his body type, 5'9", and he should get faster. He should get more technical. He should have certain necessities or intangibles, just general upgrades that truly make Chiesa much more valuable. But at the same time, the Serie A, not an expensive league, always on discount shopping. You're making savings. You get the clearance. I could make a whole video, easily a top 10 or starting 11 from the Serie A. I do this every single year. I use this league early. I repeat, early. Underpriced, top tier value with high level of deliverables. These are facts. On that note, those are 10 names, 10 players. I believe this is going to be a part 1. I can divide this up. I can make it a simple part 2. Get in the comments. Let me know your thoughts, because we're going to have conversations. You're going to look for these videos, and I'd like to make them before the game officially drops, which is happening this month. But as per usual, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.